Hello, my croutons, and welcome back to another First Impressions live stream. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a week in paradise, or, as it displays for all of you, a we in paradise, which, boy, would I like to we in her. Oh, this is going to be a real toasty stream, so I hope you're all strapped in and ready. I know I am. Thank you all for being here. So, Atrikia, thanks for being here. That's the developer of the game. Great-looking title screen. Tim Patch, Marquis of Labyrinth, Villain Troll Trollinski. Who else we got? Lime Joe, Some Randev, the first chatter in chat. You get a special kiss for that. And Coolerman312, and R3V153, Amaiguri, Captain Rumia, and everybody else who's lurking. Guys, I am really excited for this one, and let me tell you why. The developer, Atrikia, is incredibly active in the ToastyTime Discord, sharing a lot of their progress and a lot of their process, and it's been a blast to see it come together, and now it's really exciting to finally get to actually play it on stream. So this isn't actually an RPG Maker game. I believe it started out as an RPG Maker game, and then it switched over and it's in Godot now. But we'll talk more about it in just a sec. First, I have to do the obligatory, if you would like your game featured in a Toasty live stream, make sure to head on over to ToastyTime.video. That's ToastyTime.video. Go to First Impressions, fill out the contact form, and we'll get you on up here. And then let's do our fun little Steam page review. I'm going to try and do this more consistently. A Week in Paradise has a fucking phenomenal Steam page. First of all, this capsule art is really intriguing, if I do say so myself. Well, the point is, it's crisp, it's clean, it's easy to look at, it has a distinct figure that pops out at you, and I'm sure that's why it's doing so well. I think Katrikia was sharing some of their wishlist numbers, and it seems like it's doing pretty well. You got a lot of nice, beautiful screenshots, and somehow you cropped the thumbnail preview of the trailer to be her cleavage, so that was very tactically done. I'm not sure how you did that, but well done. And yeah, the game looks phenomenal. So this is a game where you head into a bar, and you chat up some busty babe, and then you, like, play darts and get crunk, and, I'll have a respectful singular beer myself, just to be in line, you know, with the theme of the game and everything. But yeah, it's a very eye-catching Steam page, and these little graphics, look at them, it's phenomenal artwork, and it's super quick and to the point, too, and the description is very easy to understand. This is a game that explores these themes, and you go to a bar and talk to her. Now, it does come across like it's going to be mostly a visual novel, although it's good that you know, really showed a lot of these mini-games, so we'll see how it is when we're actually playing the game. Now, let's make sure that I am caught up with chat. Someone's message got retracted, but Allie, thanks for being in chat. And Merman Eli, good to see ya. I've always wanted to make a game too, rather a good game. And I think that's the hope of all of us developers. This one certainly looks good so far. It's a very attractive opening sequence. Let's see if I can play the startup screen again, because it was pretty cute. Hold on. Let's see. Come on, Steam. All right. Yay! Yay! Alcohol and busty babe! Yay! Alright, yikes, that is disgusting. Alright, let's check out options. Look how cute these window screens are. Am I showing the screen? Okay. I'm sure that's all fine for now. Oh, you can't press escape to go back to menu. I hope you will add that feature at some point. Credits. Matrikia did reach out to me through DMs and asked that I include this in my video description so that I don't get a content ID claim. I just want to put it out there that that's probably not something most YouTubers are going to pay attention to or think to do. They're probably just going to play the game and assume it won't get any sort of content ID claim. So if you can, you know, pay for the music licenses or get other music or something, because you're probably going to get some YouTubers stricken and they're not going to want to cover your game if that's the case. But I'll assume that it's all right. Well, I'm not in here, but that's okay. Putting your husband at the top is very appropriate, and I heard Dev's getting married next month, so congratulations. Hopefully this can be a fun celebratory live stream and not just intense evil hating, which I am known for. Right? All right, let's play the game. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not sure how long the demo is going to be, but we're going to play it through the end. Well, it doesn't sound like it's going to be very long, then. Ugh, what a terrible headache. I'm sorry, Wara. YouTube has just been going down the drain recently, and somehow the CEO is named, I think, was it Time CEO of the Year? So, I don't know. Look into making streamer mode? Okay, that'd be awesome. Good plan. Feels like I got hit with a baseball bat. It's been a long day, and not a productive one. This is a cool little background art scene. It's nothing too detailed, but does it need to be? I mean, it looks like a city. There you go. That's enough. It doesn't look bad by any stretch of the word. I bet she would tell me to come to bed right now. Whatever. Bar over there looks open. Okay, so I'm assuming he was in a relationship and it failed, and now he's very depressed. Hashtag relatable if Miss Toasty left me. Oh, this channel would never be the same if that happened. That's the best I can hope for at this hour. Cracking open a cold one with the with completely alone with the voices in your head. There we go. It's basically what you guys are, so I really connect to this guy. Hey, Metal Wolf, welcome to the stream. Man, my head really hurts. I'll just pop in for a quick drink, then a long nap. Now, are we to assume his head hurts from not having drank alcohol? Like, is it a hangover, so he's got to drink more to fix it? Or is it some other mysterious forces at play? We'll see. Oh, look at this art! Dev has confirmed they did all the art themselves, by the way. Look at that.
Welcome to paradise.
Okay, a little bit of voice acting, cool. And I remember you working on this in the Discord, the like lip syncing and such. That looks so cool. And I love the animation here, same as the animation in the title screen. It's phenomenal. Like, the majority of indie games don't do this kind of animation. I know this isn't an RPG Maker game, but certainly they don't do it. So it's a great differentiator. It looks amazing. Look at that. Every drink tastes like heaven. Well, I mean, let's test it here. Ugh! Ugh! Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe my tastes just aren't up to par for this place. Ow! Sorry. I mean, Miss Toasty's at work, so she's not going to see this, but I remain faithful. Getting bored of me already, ma'am? You only bore me on days that end in Y. Oh, she's a sassy lady! Ah! I'm faithful. Well, then your week just got brighter with our new guest. I didn't really come here to talk. I mean, if you want to mope and drink in silence, Ernesto will happily oblige, but you wouldn't disappoint a lady, would you? That's a powerful argument right there. I'll disappoint all ladies besides Miss Toasty, though. There we go. Everyone tell her I said that and ignore the previous things that I did. Oh, God! Never mind. With a smile like that, Jesus Christ. Maybe she's like a skinwalker or something. Look at this fucking smile. That's scary. Oh, I'll give my honest reaction if I was this guy. Huh! And then turn to leave. Okay, sorry. I'm very mean. Let's continue. One of those friendly drunks. So annoying. Okay, whoa, that was a really quick, what do you call it? Camera zoom. I'd slow that one down a little bit. Okay, WASD, chat history, pause. Okay. Oh, cool. I'm not hearing any footstep sounds, though. Maybe add a sound effect for him wiping the glass. That's a great idea, Merman Eli. Oh, very wholesome and comfortable. Look at that. The cushions squeak underneath. They've seen a lot of use. They're very soft from the repeated abuse. Okay. That's a fun little interaction. Just, you know, feel a little bit more about the world you're in. Shadows get a little screwed up there, but it's not a big deal. You relax into the cushions and your shoulders ease down to your sides. You don't smoke anymore, but a cigarette sounds good right now. The transition between sitting and... it's fine. Never mind. These are really cool little interactions here. Just make the world feel more real. A verdant jacket left over by a previous patron. It's pilled and worn near the cuffs. Clearly a well-loved item. Can we loot it? No, it's not an RPG? Okay. Men's restroom. Use it? Oh, I can't use WASD on the choices. Only the arrow keys. So I'm using WASD to walk around, but arrow keys for the choices feels a little bit weird. Alright. There is an idle animation where he's, like, bouncing up and down. He's got that NPC. You know? Well, that's enough. I mean, you could take the added effort, you know, if he stands there for too long, he taps his leg or whatever, but it looks really nice, and you don't want to kill yourself with all the little details, too. Ooh, this is a big area. Read the newspaper. An altercation... By the way, I tried using E to select the choice, but I had to switch to being Enter to select the choice. Sorry, I had to use Enter to select the choice, but then I had to use E to interact here, so it's a bit strange. Just getting all the controls in line would be good. Today's news, an altercation occurred at the downtown club. Nothing new. There's one singular downtown club. Okay. There's condensation on the glass. What a shame. It's one of my favorite spirits. This guy's a real alcoholic. You can tell the spirit just by looking at it. Anyways. Aren't there like a million kinds of whiskey, or does all whiskey count as just one spirit? I am not an alcoholic expert or anything. Alright, where did the people go? Very suspicious. Can we play a game? Aww. A deck of playing cards. You are not good at that. Okay. Yes! Darts! Alright, let's do it. Oh, I've hit switch to enter. Aim with the keyboard or mouse. Stop the bar with spacebar or mouse. The less accurate, further... Okay, so we gotta use a mouse. The outer red and green... Oh, okay. Green ring are double points. Inner rings are... Alright, so it's normal. Darts. Got it. So I just... click to shoot. Cool! Alright, it's a good start. Now what? Okay. Is this... Do I just win? Is that... Do I just... Is it that... Oh, shit. Okay, it's gotten harder. Alright. Okay, at the start it was going slow back and forth, but now you've introduced some, like faster swings. Or is it randomized? It is randomized. Cool! Okay, I was gonna say that's way too easy, but there we go. Cool! Hey, just that added bit of randomization is really interesting. I wish you could do like a soaring animation of like the dart like coming out of my hand. Right now it just kind of appears on the dartboard in a random spot. I'm not sure how difficult that would be to do, or how needed it is. But like a little bit of impact would be cool. And I know it's not realistic to have a little bit of impact, but maybe something like a slight little screen shake or something when you release the dart or when the dart hits or something. That might just make it feel more like it's flying, even without having to add any animation. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I don't think we're going to hit a high score, though. Also, like a music switch-up would be cool for this scene, too. There you go. Yeah, my glory good. More juice. That's what we need. Starry Night. I made a gacha system without plugins in the Switch version of RPG Maker. That must have taken a hell of a long time. Whiskey has a lot of different varieties. Yeah, so this guy's an alcohol expert. He could just tell the spirit by looking at it. What an absolute unit of an alcoholic. I aspire to be like that someday. As all white men do. Talking out... Alright, whatever. I am not very good at this. Okay, it's gotten much harder now that I'm... I don't know if there was always this variability and I just was really lucky on the first round, but... I'm also just speeding through it now. Because this is a long round of darts. I mean, it's the same thing 10 rounds in a row with no... like, no changing things up at all. But it's a cool little mini-game. Okay. Alright. We will continue on. Sorry, Captain Rumi. I'm no dart expert. I'm no alcohol expert. I'm no... the only thing I'm good at is being a lawyer, because I'm going to law school tonight. Did you know that? I'm going to law school. Okay. I'll just have a beer. Cheapy Chef on that. Oh, he's just like me, for real. Nice sigh sound effect. Son of a gun. I just wanted a cheap beer. But instead I went into this beautiful upscale bar. I'm an idiot. Don't worry, Ernie always has something to whip up. So, tell me about yourself, stranger. You don't look like you had a good day. Something on your mind? I love the barman's towel. Look like toe buns? I'll look when it pops back up. Like I said, not much of a chatter. Why so tight-lipped? Surely you didn't come to a bar to be alone. Isn't that... I mean, maybe not everybody. Isn't that why most people go to a bar? I can't tell her I'm banned from all the other places open at this... Oh, okay. There we go. That makes more sense why he's at this upscale bar if he wants a cheap beer. I had an uninspiring day, so I'll just needed a nightcap. Seems like you're in the right place then, hun. You look the type who needs a little fuel in the tank to get the gears turning. What's that supposed to mean? Why do you need inspiration? Oh, she's saying, oh, I'm a... Right, because I'm a downtrodden writer, right? So I'm very depressed and moody, and I need my alcohol in order to write good. So real. All game devs can relate. Unless you're a minor, then you better not be drinking. I'm an author, I guess. Oh, I didn't know I was speaking to a creator of the arts. What do you write? Nothing that glamorous, a bit of crime, thriller, mystery. Not exactly a fantasy kind of guy, even though that had probably gotten me some actual money. That is so... Okay, this is going to be pretty relatable for the game developers, I think. Right? I should be making a hero shooter, not an RPG Maker game. What am I doing? But also, her face... It looks like she's judging me slightly, which might be what she's doing. If so, good characterization just on the character portraits. Right, really smug looking, right? Who likes reading about people getting murdered where you can just read the news? I don't know, people like all sorts of things, even true crime. You can't just assume no one likes your work, so long as it's any good. Yeah, but writing good stories doesn't get you money. Writing something popular does, or brown nosing the right people. Heh, funny you said that. What do you think I do for a living? Brown nose the right people? I'd guess some kind of model. You don't look like you belong in this sort of dump. This is not a dump. This is a nice looking bar. Anyways, okay, he's kind of got Riz. Did stream freeze for anybody else? This is not a hentai game. I'm sorry to disappoint, Vodka Titans. Ah, his towel does look like little toe buns, like for a kitty cat. That is pretty cute. Look at the eyebrow raise. Don't say that, you'll hurt Ernie's feelings, right? This isn't a dump. I'm a singer, actually. I usually work at a bar called the 12-7. Singer, alright. So she looks like the Mario singer from Mario Odyssey, right? That makes sense. It's by... Ugh, I was never good at directions. I just follow the bus routes. How come you don't stay there for your liquid fix? Liquid fix? Who says that? Chat, type 7 if you say that. Oh, I'm not very fond of the clientele there, to be honest. Too rowdy for a lady like me. Lots of shifty eyes and talking in whispers. It's a lone RPG bar. I'm used to the attention, but I catch some of the men gawking at me in a way that I don't feel comfortable with. Paradise is much nicer, and not just because Ernesto is such a gentleman. She winks. You feel like you can hear Ernesto rolling his eyes. If your singing's worth the same as your flashy get-up, couldn't you afford to sing somewhere else? What kind of shirt are you wearing, Toasty? A Christmas shirt! Because it's the happy Christmas time! And this is Elf. A thrifted elf shirt from Miss Toasty. I don't know, I just can't will myself to find greener pastures. You ever felt like that before? By the way, this is probably realistic for conversations. So I'm curious, actually, guys. And two of you say liquid fix, by the way, so... It's tricky, I take that in as a note of... People don't say that, I don't think. Liquid fix. Anyways, normally when I'm talking to somebody, I, like, ask their name pretty quickly, or, you know, pretty early into the conversation. Like, oh, what's your name, by the way, or whatever. But they've now had a pretty lengthy conversation. They're getting into some deep themes here, and they don't know each other's names at all. And, I mean, that might be common. It might just be that, that's how I am and not how other people are. But, curious, do you guys get names quickly? Type 7 if you do. Like you're stuck riding 100 on a straight line and can't steer towards an exit. And not like I'm particularly attached to 12-7, but better the devil, you know? Oh, what did I do? Oh, maybe her name is question mark. That's a good point, Lime Joe. You're from out of town? Yeah, you know the story. A small town girl coming to the big city to change her life. Changed a lot of things, all right, but not many for the better. What about you? You don't sound like you started here either. Ooh, we get to make our own backstory. All right, bustling port by the sea, mining town under the cliffs, oasis deep in the desert. A sauna disguises it. This guy's a liar. He's making up all of these. None of this is real. Well, we'll go with a city under snow, because normally where I live, we don't get any snow for Christmas, and so I will fantasize about living somewhere that does. I love the snow, and it was Riz, chat! We're good. It always feels weird to ask someone's name. I don't ask people their names quickly, and I always regret it because we get to talking for an hour, and then it's awkward. Okay, well, sounds like this is a pretty common thing. I blame it on my business degree, why I ask for people's names. Alright, but, yeah. I don't know. I don't think you need to or anything. I was just curious, what the consensus is on that. Well, in any case, I'm glad to find someone here at this time. What's your name? And now they get to it. Okay, I guess it wasn't too long. Damien. At work, I go by many names. The sultry songstress, the siren in silk, but you can just call me Charlene. Okay, you're a little extra Charlene. Sure, you're talking like a Charlene. Does that mean any Charlenes in the chat? Love you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry for the wait. Here's the menu when you're ready to order. Do people ask for a menu at the bar? Aren't you supposed to just go up and, know what everything is? You just go up and say, give me this, and then they give you it, and you don't know the price? Nice. Finally, someone's speaking my language. Well, see, okay, well, shit, I don't know what any of that is. We're gonna go with Fresh Start, though. You have some weird theme going on, and only 3 drinks? I don't know how I feel about the random interspersed voice acting. I'd almost prefer none over the random, jump scare moments of it. Because you have the Texas play sounds. That can be voice acting enough. You just give each person a different Texas play sound. That'd be fine. Bars usually have custom menus for signature cocktails. Ah, I didn't know that. Cool. You're right, Lime Joe. Yeah, as soon as I'm a lawyer, I already don't shut up about it. And I'm not even, going to law school yet. It's going to be really bad and very annoying. Since we switch up the menu every night, we have a limited selection. We find it's best not to be overwhelmed by choice. What would you like to drink? By the way, I'm being really nitpicky with this game because it's phenomenal already and really well polished. Shit, that one looks really good. I like blue. Blue's the best flavor. Okay, we're going to go with blue. It's the objective best flavor. The reboot is a light blue, I don't know how to say that, split with a pineapple liqueur intended to mix the colors to green. But it was blue. The mix of the bitter orange and sweet pineapple wake you up a bit. Did he say good boy? I am a good boy, Ernesto, thank you. I'll join you. I'm thinking of a fresh start to fresh friendship, perhaps. She raises her glass in a toast. You say toast? I can do that. I am the toasty. 100% of testers wanted more VA lines, actually. Look, here's what I'm saying. If you're gonna go voice acting, though, I think you should go all the way. I don't think you should go in this weird middle zone. It's either all voice acting or no voice acting, and in my opinion, being in the middle, it comes across a bit weird. But I'm gonna pull it. I'm curious what people think. Do you like a little voice acting over none at all? Yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself. Ooh, that was crispy. That makes me want to, Damn, better than the usual crap. Where did you get that chip on your shoulder? We might be seeing each other more often, you know. Wow, you're a very presumptuous woman. What if I have a lady back home? Charlene? Okay. Damn. What makes you think I'm coming back? I saw the spark in your eyes when you tasted that drink. I suspect I'll see you more often. Okay, lady. I can't say she's wrong. Now, how did you end up here? Was your hometown not a great place? Now let's. We're building this guy off of me, all right? So what's my life story, right? And this is the only correct way to play these games. You have to make it yourself and your story and see yourself in the. Anyways, I'll shut up now. I like my hometown. It's got some issues, but I like it. Let's see. I loved it there. If you loved it there, then why'd you leave? Money! I didn't want to, but opportunities were scarce and found myself wanting to come here, greener grass. Can't say I haven't given this place a chance, that's for sure. Okay, so money, basically. It's nice if there are at least grunts. Luckily, with what it was, blah, blah, blah. A little, it does have voice acting. It's going to be done through a plugin. That's handy. A little voice acting is better than 100 minutes of drag queen Jessica Rabbit voice. Okay. Cool, man. I did do the dart mini game. You missed it. I'll probably do it again later. Alright, well, it seems like the consensus is they like a little bit of voice acting. And so, fine. I'm in the minority. Whatever. Whatever. But that's why I like doing these live streams. We can pull everybody's opinions together. So why are you still here then? Frankly, you look like thinking, huh? Frankly, you look like you've been thinking about it for a decade by now. I can't say I regret coming here either. There were some good times. But not anymore? No. Oh, it's a bad game for the alcoholics out there. I wonder what would happen if I was born in the cities. Maybe I'd still be a singer, but I'd have dreamed of the quiet fields and mountains instead of neon lights. Right? You always want to go somewhere else. For the most part. Well, maybe when you're young at least. Or younger. I don't know. I've hit a point in my life where I'm like, yeah, I could probably stay in my hometown forever. And for some people, they'd probably want to die thinking that. I don't know. I don't know what it all depends on, what factors into that. Probably how good your childhood was. What do you think? Would you have gone a different path if you were born elsewhere? Oh shit, okay. Right, it's the people, there you go. This guy is right, there we go, that's right on track with me. That's true, just like a job, bad coworkers will make the best one miserable. Finish off your drink. Well, shit, I gotta try harder then. I feel a bit dizzy? Isn't this guy a seasoned alcoholic? Maybe they roofied him. Alright, let's see. Bartender puts down his drink he's been polishing with a loud thunk.
Yes.
Time sure flies. We'll be closing soon. I'll have to ask you to leave. Oh, right. Aw, Ernie, but it feels so early. I guess I'll see you around, Damien. Unless you want to play a round of darts. Yes, we got it. Let's do it. Alright, darts for Coolerman. Thank you for visiting Paradise, where every drink tastes like heaven. Darts, let's go! Alright, let's lock in. We gotta beat her score. I don't know what her score is, but let's do it. Boom! Alright, I'm just gonna lock in, alright? Shit! Shit! I did not lock! I did not lock! The locking is falling apart! Hey, 69 though, that's a good number. Not as good as 6-7 though, that's what's in these days. Hold on. Swing. And slow. That landed in the exact same spot? Alright, I'm so locked in. Oh! Come on! World record right now. World record darts player. Shit, it's all falling apart. Hold on, I'm going for the world record in a week in Paradise. Never mind. Look, in lore, we'll just say the guy's blasted drunk, and that's what's causing this disaster. Shit. Yeah. Well, we're doing better than we did last time, I think. Well, never mind. This is a pretty cool minigame. It's really well put together. God, I suck at it, though. Hold on. Let it swing. And swing. Oh, you can tell if it swings based on the initial inertia. Hold on. We just gotta lock in. Some physics. Hold on. It's gonna swing. It's gonna swing. Boom. Oh, we're so locked in. We just gotta take our time, chat. We gotta slow it down. We have to beat her. Women love it when you brutally beat them. In games, in games, in games, in games, in games. Ah! Okay, we've almost got the bottom one. We almost got the bottom high score. Hold on. It is mesmerizing how that thing moves. Woo! Woo! Ah, shit! I total fail on that one. Come on. Steady hand, steady hand. Oh my god. Calm down, calm down. The drink will wearing off. The drink's wearing off. Oh, shit, I should have done it there. We're good, we're good. Boom! There we go. First high score beat. Oh, we're going for the second one? Come on, come on. Lock in on this. Lock in on this. Alright, whatever I get here, guys, you gotta try and beat it on your own. After stream ends. We're so... Oh, God! Oh! Oh! Jesus. Why on some streams is that so loud and sometimes it's so quiet? Thank you so much, Dr. Decky or Oso, for the $5. Let's go. We're going for the high score. Let's lock in. We're going to get it. Okay. Can I even get 60 points? In the full game, I'm hoping to let you play against her. That would be awesome. That would be super fun. Please figure it out. I agree with Lime Joe. I 100% agree with you on that, actually. Yeah. Because I'm not having to move my mouse at all. I pretty much just sat it here and we're sorted. Triple 20. So I need to aim for what? This? Or no, this. But yeah, if the cursor wiggles a little bit, but then it makes this thing irrelevant, right? So maybe you say, you know, once it's all the way over here, the cursor starts wiggling more, and then once it gets here, it stops wiggling. I don't know. Something like that. But you want to make this tied into what your cursor's doing, otherwise players are going to get annoyed. Okay, let's see if we can get it, chat. We got it! Yes! We at least tied it. Okay, alright. Chat, if you can beat 1050, join the Discord, post proof, and I'll give you a cool roll on the Discord. Alright. I guess we gotta leave now. Get home safe. I can say the same to you. Aw, thanks for worrying about me. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, alright. I guess we hate her. Let's leave then. Back to our goon cave, chat! Alright. We're free. A pool puzzle will be available too. Nice. Okay. See, so I get the impression from the Steam page this is mostly a visual novel, right? But having these mini games in there is a really smart move, you know, to break things up or whatnot. But it would be cool if you could also tie it into. Whoa, hey! Villain Troll Trelinsky, thanks for the 666 Canadians. May the yeast be with you and the buns all grow the heavenly. That's a beautiful sentiment. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the donation. I'll give it a shot later tonight. Yeah, post your scores in the Toasty Discord. That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, it'd be really cool if these mini-games tie into the story, so you actually are able to play against her or whatever, and whether you win or lose has some sort of impact on your relationship with her or whatever, you know, to give players more of a reason to break up all the visual novel stuff with the mini-games. What a weird place. How'd I end up picking this joint? Things are getting blurry. I'll probably get home somehow, like always. How is he this fucked up off of one drink? What was in it? I really feel like they roofied him. That woman seemed a bit familiar. Or maybe I've just forgotten what it's like to talk to one. This guy is a true sell. He's a true sell. That's beautiful. This guy's got to get on the ToastyTime grind set. I think he'd like it. Lenore, I hope you're doing alright. Oh no, sad backstory time? Oh, memories viewed, items studied. I must be dreaming. This was a long time ago. Fancy seeing you here again. Aw, he looks so cute and little. Look at him. Oh, what a little cutie, little boy! I do my, what's my Yuri gay ship of young Damien? Look at that. We gotta find him at, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now, alright. I wouldn't call this place fancy. Madame, this is a 3-star library with the best free coffee in town. Ugh, you like that stale brew back there? The best free, but certainly not the best and free. Enough fooling around. We have a test tomorrow. Let's go over chapter 12. She never really liked my jokes, but eventually she found them charming. Or at least, she used to. No! I guess it's worth going through memory lane. Examine all the special memories to end the dream. This is already very sad. Ooh, I like that seeing the memories is an actual, like, event. Alright, let's search shell. Clevin Queen. I read through all his books at time. I read through all his books in one sitting. Didn't keep up, though. Books about the Middle Ages. I hated history. One of my favorite authors, Clark Maine. Okay, so these are just like little flavor texts to add a little bit more to the character, I guess. Decorative tree? I don't see why we even need to interact with that. A book on Slavic mythology? Holy crap, is that a Grimdelf reference? Holy crap. That's, Grimdelf is set, vaguely in medieval Slovenia. And the Slavic people are a prominent part of the game. So this is definitely Grimdelf reference. It is a Grimdelf reference! For real? Damn! I'm really honored by that, Atrikia. Thank you. Slavic mythology is cool as fuck, by the way, if you haven't read it. Like, look into that shit, chat. Alright, what's this? A book on Fibonacci. It's the last 2 editions put together. Alright, so we've seen about everything now. This computer was getting old even at this time. Doors OS was revolutionary. Doors from Roblox? Okay. I meant to a my, but you'll see what I mean later. Well, my headcanon's that it's a Grimdelf reference. All these years, you can't take down my ego, it's impenetrable. All these years ago, it's like she hardly aged a day since. We're almost done with this place, Ian. It's kind of crazy. I'm crazy, but you kicking ass is no surprise. What the shit does that mean? What does that mean? I'm gonna need a drink to understand. Like, my response, my hit line to that would have been a tactical, like, I'm crazy for you. And then Miss Toasty would have slapped me. You'll make it big one day, you'll see. I just need you there with me, then I will. Oh, look at the beautiful hearts and the kissing and the... We gotta get a smooch sprite animation going. Is that why you're still wearing the jacket I gave you? Of course, it's my lucky charm. Yeah, this guy's cheesy as fuck. By the way, he looks like he's... With his gray hair, he looks like he's probably up in his 30s or 40s now, reminiscing on a relationship from his 20s. I mean, if it was a special one, I get it. I get it. Look out there, I can see the bench I used to read at. Oh, 32. Okay, never mind. They were together for a long time. Okay. Alright, never mind. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. From his 20s, I'm such a nerd emoji. I gotta shut the hell up and just play the game. Feels like yesterday we were making snowmen on winter break. Why are they in this same library for 10 years, though? I mean, not like, I'm not saying that, why are they in it for 10 years? I mean, like... I don't know, I guess they'd lived in this same place for so long, and this was the only library, and they connected over being, you know, into reading and writing and such, and then this is what made him leave his hometown then. And free coffee, too. Good point, Captain Rubio. What would be cool is if this is set in the, if this is set in his hometown, what would be really cool is, the answer that you choose in responding to the girl at the bar, Charlene. Like I said, I was from a snowy town. It'd be really cool if that affects, you know, outside this window there's snow. And if I picked I was from like a mining village or whatever, or a fishing village, you know, it changes the background here. That'd be pretty cool. Give your choices some weight and stuff. Oh, so she said she was making snowmen because of your choice. Good point. Good point. Well, cool touch, Atrikia. Okay, fine, it's snow. I thought it was just like a blank white background, but fine, I guess you can interpret it as snow. Okay. I thought it was like a placeholder white background for looking outside. But cool. Yeah, I know we've had our rough spots, but... Rough spots. That's one way to put it. Shut the fuck up, dude. You don't want her to leave you. You'll regret it when she does. Are we done here? You know I didn't even want to come to this reunion. Yes, dear. That's the most heartbreaking thing, you know, when you get out of the relationship and you thought you wanted to, right? And then you realize, well, shit, I didn't want to, and I was the problem. That's really sad. These shadows are really pretty, by the way. This whole mapping looks great. What do we got over here? Reading this will move on from the dream. Continue. I meant to hit no, but the S key didn't work, and so then it selected yes. Well, whatever. That's a cool idea, Merman Eli, like fade out the past versions of them like they're ghosts. Or, you know, memories or whatever. Yeah. It's a good idea. Type 7 if you think that's a good idea. In RPG Maker version, I had pixel backgrounds for each one, but I wasn't sure I wanted to draw 6 backgrounds for this one interaction. Good point. I wonder if you could repurpose it for other scenes in the game. Because it would be a really cool touch. But yeah, that is a lot of work. You can't just use the RPG Maker ones? Songbirds only sing in gold cages. Huh? But that's my... What? I can't still be dreaming.
Good evening.
Okay, this is going to be one of those trippy games. So he's such an alcoholic and he's so depressed he doesn't even know what's going on anymore? I don't know, we'll see. Did you rest well last night? I feel like I barely got any sleep. Yeah. Where'd my day go? Everything's a blur after waking up. I don't always black out so early, but I guess it's happened before. What's it matter? Not like my memory's been the best. Come grab a drink to start the night. Sure. There's never anyone in this bar. Or maybe it is the same night. I guess time isn't, you know, very linear right now. This smooth camera scroll's really nice, by the way. Ugh, it's such a pretty game. I love the lighting of the bar, too.
Welcome to paradise.
Welcome back to Paradise. Up for another brew? Of course. What's on the weird menu tonight? Regret on the rocks. Old friend. Glory is forever. Interesting. Well, whichever one has blue in it. Shit! Oh, but that is ice cream. Easy. Pick the ice cream one. I'm still a 5-year-old at heart. I mean, come on, be honest, guys. You'd pick the ice cream one, too. Type 7 if you would. I don't think the RPG Maker backgrounds fit the style. You can't even use RM assets and engines outside of RM. Oh, I thought you meant that you had drawn your own art for the RPG Maker backgrounds. Got it. Glory is Forever is a rum with cinnamon schnapps and a cream soda mixed in. The alcohol is cut with a dollop of ice cream. That sounds fucking good as shit! I'll have an old friend while I'm here with my new friend. She's so freaking quirky and...
Enjoy.
That's not the right word. She's so... I'm blasted, guys. I can't think of the words. Ooh, it's bitter. I wasn't expecting that. I guess old friends aren't always sweet. Okay. I like your writing, Itrika. It's not, like, overly on the nose, but Charlene is. And I like that you've confined it just to her character is very on the nose. I don't know. It's cute. It's endearing. I love using that word. I used it on the last stream, too. It's endearing dialogue. Hey, Zerker667. You've got a lot of, like, cool things going on in your name. You're Zerking it, and you got 67 in there? That's pretty sick. By the way, currently in life, one of my part-time job right now is a legal assistant. And a client called in, and I was doing intake for him, and the client's fucking email had 67 in it, and I fucking almost started laughing on the phone with them. So, I have, you know, it's affected me. It's gotten me. The brain rot's all over. Ooh, look at him shaking that thing. Oh, the liquid moves in it. Damn, the artwork. Depends on who you consider your friends, doesn't it? Though you look like you might have more than a few. I still can't quite figure out why it's just you and the bartender here. Hey, can't a lady appreciate some quiet time? And you, mister, you look like you can use a few drinking pals. Perhaps somebody like you. Bingo! For someone who seems to spend most of their day in some bar or another, you're pretty sharp. Don't act like you're any different. Look how cutesy he's sitting. He's got his, like, back... Look at this guy. I'm gonna recreate. He's got his back arched, and he's got his leg... Like, he's poised like this. He's like this. That's so cute. What a cute man. It would be cool if the sprites were holding a drink. Man, damn, Merman Eli, I'm gonna roll this stream with the recommendations. You got me there. Unlike me, you seem like that kind of guy who works alone and also spends his weekends alone. But then again, I don't really know how writers write for a living. The sprite works phenomenal, it looks great, but this guy I really don't think would sit like this. I think he'd be a little more, like, hunched over. And that's a massive nitpick right there, but, you know, still worth saying. But you do have friends, right? Acquaintances, at least. Now what is realistic to me? Let's see. I've got a lot of buddies, but they're not, like, ultimate close buddies of all time, you know? I've got, what, a circle of maybe 6 or 7 friends, you know? But I spend most of my time with Miss Toasty. So I'd go with probably more like a handful of good ones. Because in my life, it's like, you got family, and then you've got friends. And I like my friends, and I'm close with them, and I love them, right? They're not family. At least that's how it's worked out for me. So we'll go with this one. A handful of good ones. Do you not typically go out with them, or are they non-drinkers? Also a good question. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm typically with Miss Toasty, so. Well, some of them do drink, but, it's complicated. Well, that's a shame. So, which happened first? The drinking or the complication you probably aren't going to tell me? What a sassy woman. I don't want to talk about it. That's right, you put her in her place, Damien. What an alpha male. Depending on scope creep, I want to do custom sitting poses, idols, key animations. I've never done pixel art before, so it's... You've never done pixel art before? What? Chat, type 7 if you're absolutely fucking flabbergasted by that and the pixel art is really good and you don't understand how Atriki has done it. That's insane. It's good to be... we're all very hypercritical of our own stuff, Merman, but I also think it can be a useful tool sometimes. Make our stuff the best it can be. But also, you gotta make sure to actually release a game at some point. And not just critique it until the end of time. How about the ring you're wearing? What? This? Just some reminder, if you can call it that. He's still wearing it. That's really sad. But also, isn't it a tactic of men to go to the bar wearing a ring and then, like, tell women they're gonna cheat on their wives? I feel like I've seen that in, like, a YouTube short or something. I guess that explains why you're drinking alone, then. Good thing I'm here, right? Don't you think it's really interesting what kind of people we turn out to be, depending on who's around us? Or not? What's your crowd like? I imagine you could be right at home with the boisterous party type. Well, I end up running into all sorts of people on the job. Take my manager. He's an alright guy. Married, I think. Very business forward when the bar's open, you know? Professional. We don't really talk in our free time. Actually, I don't remember if we ever have. Not that I'd know what to talk about. Okay, besides one tiny problem I have with him, but never mind that. Makes sense. Sounds like the man's born to run a bar and not much else. I could use that sort of clarity on some days, to be honest. I was half expecting him to be a lech, but that just seems awfully cliché. I mean, given the sort of patrons I entertain at 12-7, there's probably something to it. He'd be responsible for who drinks at his bar, right? You can call it women's intuition, but I always feel like there's something going on just beneath the surface. But whatever he's up to, it's not my problem. You got a lot of conspiracy going on in this game. If it's not your problem, then it's more trouble than it's worth to worry about. Yeah, you're probably right. I can't shake the feeling that something's off, though. Have you tried looking into it? I'm keeping an ear out, at least. You have to be aware of your surroundings in a city like this. Now, I've always found, at least with myself, that when characters get to talking about maybe abstract things, you know, I have no frame of reference for what her bar is or the people in it. You know, I have to go off of her words. And so she's saying, my manager is a little bit suspicious, and you know, I'm not going to give all the details, but, you know, and she, doing stuff like that. It's always a little bit hard to have it materialize as an actual thing to me, and I start kind of drifting my focus in another direction when it's so abstract like that. It would probably be cool to have some sort of a visual or something else going on in the scene when she's describing these places, even if it's just like a sketched out memory or whatever, just so the player has something to hang on to a little bit in these descriptions to tether them to it. It also could just be me, and the fact that I'm streaming and distracted with chat. So let's run a poll for it. It also looks like most people like having some VA in the game. So, you're doing the right move, Demetricia. Would you prefer to have some images to highlight things about? Or maybe to ground some images or, I don't know, animations? I don't know. It's a little bit of a vague poll, but we're just trying to get a little simple idea of what people think. Anyone else at work? Oh, of course. My bandmates, they exist. We agree on a few songs to perform at the start of the week, and when our sessions start, we play those songs according to plan. They withdraw to their corner of the bar or go home. They're quite a clique. Despite that, I think our coordination's pretty good. Never needed many words, we just do. I'm starting to feel a running theme here. Oh, heavens no, I wish everybody was that polite or low-key about it. 12-7 actually has another singer, her name's Carrie, and Roger, the manager, rotates our schedules. I get Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she gets Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that kind of thing. Pardon my French, but frankly she's a pain in the ass. Remember what I just said about Roger being married? Yeah, pretty sure he and Carrie used to be a thing. See, all of this is like, why do I care? Like, why? How does this impact me, the player? How is this connected to Damien? Why do I care about her work life? Right? It's interesting and it's well written, right? But I'm having a hard time, like, really, like, paying attention to it. And it might be because it's lacking pictures, which a lot of people seem like they would like having that from the poll. Or it might be because you haven't quite solidified, why do I care what her life is like? Like, this is a random woman at the bar and I'm talking to her and getting to know her. Okay, but why? You know, what does it connect to? I think we maybe need that incentive or that meaning just a little bit earlier. Because right now, her and my past seem a bit disconnected. And I don't know. I also might just be speaking out of my ass, but stuff for you to consider. Well, and it makes sense she's talking a bit about her life, right? But going on at length like this about, you know, the particulars of her day and you know, her work life, it's I don't know. I'm losing a little bit of interest. I've heard her sing, you know what it's like when people really put their heart into their craft? Well, she sure as hell doesn't. She's just here for Roger's money. And yet she had the gall to tell me to loosen up a little. Actually, here's maybe an interesting thing for you to look into, Atrikia. There's a fantastic RPG Maker game called Beeswing. I think it's called that. Hold on. Called Beeswing. By Jack King Spooner. Yeah, Beeswing. And that's a game where you just walk around and you talk to various people from the developer's hometown, and you just learn about a bunch of different things. And they talk at length about the particulars of their day and their life and existential stuff and whatever. But it is continually interesting to me because it is swapping up, and there's constantly different people that you're talking to and different things going on. And it doesn't tend to hammer in a point for a very long time, or if they're narrating something a little bit more abstract, they're showing a scene to tie in with it. Like, they're talking about, I think there's a scene where they talk about a homeless guy who was freezing in the snow and they gave soup to him, and he illustrated that with a sequence playing or whatever. But here it's, text boxes of the conversation, and it might be better if, you send her to her bar and have her walk around while the dialogue's going on or something. Just something to tether the player into the story beyond the words. And this is probably a byproduct of modern generations, not being able to read a book or whatever, or attention spans getting shorter. That's definitely a problem in my life. But something to think about. And also it depends on who you want your audience for the game to be. So I don't know. Just word vomit. Right, Villain Troll. I mean, this is a visual novel kind of game, or a walking simulator, and those are totally valid genres that people like playing. And so, I mean, the ultimate thing is know your audience, know who you're making the game for, and, do with my advice as you will. It might not be the most important thing for the kind of game you want to make, or the kind of audience you want to reach. Okay. Oh. Okay. Huh. And I swear to God, that bitch is... Okay, we got a bitch out of nowhere. Telling her fans in the bar to heckle me whenever I'm on stage to ruin my rhythm. I don't have proof, but I just know it. She thinks she's hot shit just because the big boss was under her sheets. Whoa, big girl drama going on. Alright, first 2 curse words in the game in the same text box. It's fine. I guess it seems like she would do that. You good? Sorry about that. I think I've had a bit too much to drink tonight. Too bad for me, Ernie is such a gracious host. I'll join you. But I guess that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Not everyone lives for the dream. Not me, though. I'm going for gold. Do you think it's worth giving up the good folks to pursue your dreams? Guess it depends on what your dream is, right? If your dream is to have a lot of money, then you probably don't care about the people in your life. But if your dream is to be happy, you probably do care about having people in your life. And, that's how I feel, so not worth achieving alone. Even if you might resent them for it. Is it better to be alone, but have your dream fulfilled, or to have people around you that you love, but you resent them a little bit because they didn't allow you to achieve your dreams? I don't know, I think life's a bit about sacrifices, too, and you have to sacrifice for the things you want. It's tricky, right? If money makes you happy, right, maybe you don't need a lot of people in your life, and not having money and trade off for people probably wouldn't matter to you. But if your dream's to... Well, if what makes you happy is people, then I don't know. It's very person-dependent. For me, I'd probably be willing to give up a bit of, YouTube success or achieving that dream to have a family, You can't have everything in life. I do like that this game is getting at some deeper themes and making me think about these things, but I'm just not sure why we needed such a long exposition of her work life to get to that point, into that introspection. This conversation connects to the next chapter, which is not in the demo yet, and you're thinking about putting a picture of the manager. Like, you could have her, reach across the table and say, look at this guy, look at this fucking guy. And then you show the picture of the manager, whatever. Just something to break up them just talking back and forth. I don't know. I actually ended up leaving behind some of my best friends in my hometown, but I had to give my dream a shot, And did you regret it? Sometimes I do, but then I think of all the good memories after that, and it's hard to decide. I know I said the 12-7's a rough place, but right now there's nothing that beats singing on that stage. Doesn't matter whether I get large ovations or paltry applause, I love that feeling all the same. Because that's why you stick around? It's funny. When I was a kid, I dreamed big, countrywide tours, charity balls, celebrity photo shoots, all the classic red carpet stuff. I only ever saw that in the dinky little television my family had, so the world beyond my little home, my little town, had this magic to it. It felt unreal. I wonder if I would have dreamed differently had I grown up here instead. This game's definitely getting at some interesting themes. Yeah, what Maiguri says, right? She could whip out her phone and say, hey, you know, here, look, this is what I'm talking about. You show a picture of the bar or something. I don't know. And you don't have to do this. Just, you know, chew on it. Think about it. Already, you've done a phenomenal job here with setting up a beautiful scene and making two interesting characters that are talking about some really deep things. But it's a matter of making, you know, the themes themselves can be really interesting and intriguing and mentally stimulating. But then it's a matter of getting players to stick with the game in order to digest and process all those themes, and that requires connecting to the characters themselves. And so little moments of like showing the other people that she works with and saying, look at this lady, what a bastard, she's ugly, isn't she? Or, you know, playing darts together or whatever, you know, show they're human and show them connecting over shared experiences and whatever, stuff like that. We all had such big ambitions as the snotty-nosed brats we were. I mean, not like I wasn't under any illusion that being a singer wouldn't be a hard life. I just think if only I'd known better. Well, did you wish to be an astronaut when you grow up? Nothing of the sort. A race car driver? I don't think my indulgences should have me behind a wheel. Oh, drinking and driving. Damien, get with the times. Drinking and driving is cool now. It's back in fashion. Don't drink and drive, kids. You and me both. You might not realize, but you get this spark in your eyes when you talk about singing. Maybe you should really branch out. I was talking about the spark in her eyes? I thought this guy was grieving his wife that he left, or who left him. Oh, enough of that. I'll get there when I get there, Damie. Damie? Where did that come from? I've decided to call you Damie. Do you like it?
Whatever.
Okay. More interactions like that. That was great. That was really endearing. That shows their connection. Okay then, Mr. Big Shot Author, I'm sure you've written dozens of... By the way, side note, players who are looking at this game's Steam page and getting into this game, they're going to want to learn about woman. They're going to want to know woman. Who is woman? But learning about woman doesn't necessarily mean this is everything about her work life. Maybe it's a bit more, you know, who is she as a person? And maybe getting to understanding that first and then diving into her work backstory would help players connect with her and care more about, you know, what her work life is. If they understand she's a fiery person or she's this or that or, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I get the feeling that she's a bit sassy and he's a bit depressed. But you know, that's kind of what I got. Actually, I've never had anything published yet. Well, that's a big realization. Okay, so you've been unemployed your whole life. There were some short stories and an anthology you probably never heard of. Now, I do have this one novel I've been writing, and, well, you need to seize your chance with your first one. I mean, can you tell me more about your story? Oh, she knows the way to this man's heart. I'd love to hear what it's about. You wouldn't... Oh, come on, I bet. It's not even finished. Okay. This guy has been unemployed his whole life, and he's angry and useless. Alright, my boy Damien! A touchy subject. Who said that? The narrator? There's a narrator? Look how sad she looks! I feel so bad. Damien, you bastard! This part is... yeah. I knew it as soon as it started. This would be relatable to the game devs out there. Sorry to interrupt, but Paradise is closing. Well, I guess I'll see you around, Damien. Not if I drink and drive my way home, you won't. Alright. I don't think the pool is in the game yet, is it? Right, not in the game yet. So nothing else to do here, then. Can I go to the ladies' restroom? Okay, no. Loser. He's not even a pervert. Alright, let's get out of here. Away we go. Damn it, I didn't mean to yell. That drink was pretty strong. Ah, blame the alcohol, that's my boy! Oh, God. Wow. Alright, here's the thing. I like YouTube. I am obsessed with YouTube, and I love it. But it's not this level. Like, this is a next level singular passion, and I respect it. And I've never quite been there myself. I can't imagine, and I think it's interesting to see a story about somebody who is that level of obsessed with their thing, that they sacrifice everything else for it. You know, I like my hobbies, but I don't do this. This is next level. This is crazy. Wow. I told you, not now. I need to get this down. Sure, honey. We need like a door slam there, or like some sort of sound effect. This is a really beautiful, powerful scene. Damn it! The words just get stuck in my head and nothing makes sense. I don't like things make any more sense now. Another dream, and what a mess. I probably didn't even get a word on the page working like this. Jesus. It's an old draft. The words are hard to make out. It's so dark in here, I can barely see. I think I lied on the farce. I think I see... Wait, what? I gotta go find a light. Okay. Oh, this is puzzle gameplay. The big bad guy is a foreign mafia boss scamming diamonds. That's revolutionary. She finds a lead in the help wanted ads. The rest is scratched out. I did not click down. If this is your vice, pick a better flavor. Maybe she wanted to join me and I was too dumb to notice. What, you're drinking alone while writing? How did you even get a wife in the first damn place, dude? They were supposed to be working together. Think she's up for it, boss? Of course. Always got my girl. Oh, that's such a cute picture. And it's not even framed over his desk. When I get married to Miss Toasty, I'm putting that picture right above my desk, so I look at it every day. Of course it would be this. She's always been my light. What made you marry a piece of garbage like me, Lenore? Alright, yeah. Just, okay. This is really sad. It's really hard to watch. Damn it all. Damn, you got so obsessed with his writing, he knocked the frickin' painting off the wall. That is a powerful image, right? Oh, there was more I wanted to see. Ah, I'm here again? Welcome back to Paradise, Damie. And there it is! 1,000,000 copies for A Week in Paradise. Everybody, wishlist Week in Paradise on Steam right now. Alright, tell your friends and family. Where every drink tastes like heaven. No! Just when it was getting... just when it was getting depressing. Thanks for playing. Look out for the full game spring 2026. Etrikia, you are a workhorse, because you're putting this thing together quick. Make sure to wishlist it, guys. Yep. Alright. Well, alright. Let's do our A We in Paradise. That was peak. I enjoyed it a lot. Let's do our final thoughts here. Please type any of your final thoughts into the chat. Everything that you tell the developer is a huge help as they continue to work on their project. Most of us are indie devs here, so let's help each other out. Pop on over to Steam, wishlist A Week in Paradise. Share your thoughts. Join the Discord, talk to the dev. Alright. Some Ren dev's thought is just that he's hard. Okay. You're a real toasty viewer. I love you. Alright, anyways. Okay. Final thoughts for A Week in Paradise. Alright, Villain Troll Trolinsky is gunning for more gameplay. I know you're thinking about adding in a pool table, or you are going to add in a pool table minigame. I honestly think that for the genre the game is, that it's fine to have this amount of gameplay, but I think weaving it into the story would be a really cool thing to get players to engage with it more and to give it more of a purpose within the narrative, you know? And maybe that could even fulfill the main thing that I was complaining about. You know, you could have them play a game of pool, and they connect during it over a funny shot, or they have a steamy moment where he like helps her shoot the pool, or she helps him. Break down the gender stereotypes, whatever. But stuff like that, where you play mini games and it ties into what they're talking about. I think that would be really, really interesting, and help a lot too with giving players something more to do. But other than my nitpicking. What did a couple bits of grammar, and the shadows on some of the tiles. Other than nitpicking those things, this is really good. Like, this is a really, really well-polished demo. It looks really nice. Your pixel art is certainly fantastic, so get rid of all notions of this is my first time doing pixel art, I'm nervous about it. No, hell no. That was amazing. Really beautiful pixel art. The music is also phenomenal. Maybe more of it would be cool, or figuring out a way to do a streamer mode would be good. Sound effects were really, really solid and nice. I liked the VA stuff was good, and it grew on me, and it was nice. And so the sipping sound effects, and we do need a door slam sound effect, and footstep sounds, but otherwise you did a great job there. The lighting was phenomenal, and the minigame, the dart minigame, was fun. Even if it was just that one thing, and it was just kind of its own standalone thing for now. I also liked exploring the memories, and I liked the ramp-up of finding out more and more depressing things about how Damien ruined his own life. I think that's an interesting story to follow, and see a man so obsessed with his work that he betrays and leaves his family. Not intentionally, but, he's just so terrible his wife leaves him or whatever. I can see this going a lot of different ways, and definitely being depressing in all of them. And so even more the reason to have some moments of levity where they're maybe playing pool together, or something like that, to give it like a fun moment of let's do something together that's not just crying over our drinks. And that's a thing I'm trying to tackle with Grimdelve as well, because Grimdelve is a very depressing, heavy game most of the time. And so it's a battle to find ways to add in moments of levity. And I actually went and revised one of main hub areas for Grimdelve, and I added a little peaceful sanctuary waterfall area, so players could go in there and just take a breather from the oppressive atmosphere. And your game's not oppressive and gory or any of those things, but still it's a heavy emotional storyline, and having moments of peace and calm and fun sprinkled throughout would be really great, and not just in dialogue either. And that could 100% be the use of the gameplay moments. Yeah, you have some really fantastic art skills here. It would always be cool to have more sprite animations or whatever, but you already have vastly more than most indie developers do, and it looks phenomenal. It's definitely going to set your game apart. So, Atrikia, this is really, really impressive. Build up that confidence queen. This slay girl 6'7" gooning. You know what I'm saying? This is, peak Sigma alpha male, grind set ultimate Sigma gamer. You know what I'm saying, chat? Type 7 if you agree. This can only go up, right? It's already well put together. It's already got a ton of incredible polish. It's just figuring out ways to weave in a little bit more gameplay. And that's the biggest thing on my end. I'm sure other people think other things. And footstep sounds. Footstep sounds. You gotta get the footstep sounds. But yeah, look at that. Everybody, we're all slaying girl boss in this game, alright? Atrikia, there you go. Have some faith in yourself. This is a phenomenal start to your journey with this game. I hope to see you develop it more, and we see some more updates in the Discord. If you are not already in the ToastyTime Discord, go to the description of this video, of this live stream, sorry, and after you've wishlisted A Week in Paradise, click the link to join the Discord server, post about your games, talk about other people's games. We'd love to see you there. It's a fun place to be, and it's only getting better. I'm really blessed to have such an incredible Discord with so many incredible people, and to see so many of you here. But yeah, we're going to start rounding it out now. Actually, the real secret reason I have on this holiday sweater is I'm going to see Miss Toasty at her place of work, and we're doing a little Christmas party. So, that's where I'm off to after this. Hopefully I'm not too fucked up, that I embarrass her or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. Although I'd love to embarrass her. That's my favorite thing, so I'll probably do it a little bit. Anyways, alright. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who donated. Actually, let's start a new tradition. Thank you to Atrikia for sponsoring this stream and for letting us experience A Week in Paradise. It's a phenomenal game. And now thank you to everybody who donated. Villain Troll Trelinsky and Dr. Dakiroso. Thank you guys very much for your donations. They help me keep doing this. I promise I am working on more content. I swear on my life. I've been working a lot on Grimdelf, and also I've been battling an addiction to RimWorld. So, a lot of things going on. But I promise videos are in the works, and they're going to come. And your money is all going into Grimdelf. So, it gets better every day. And then I also want to thank everybody who is here. Everyone who's been here throughout stream, and who isn't here now, and everyone who is here at the end. Most especially the channel members, Dr. Daki, Sumrandev, Merman, Eli, Captain Rumia. Thank you, channel members, for being here, and thank you, everybody else. Cooler Man, Amaiguri, Abbott05, Zerker667, The Reaper of Crows. Get rid of the E, that's a scary name. Villain Troll Trelinsky. I'm hoping I've got everybody here. That's what I'm seeing right now. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I had a fantastic time with all of you tonight, and don't forget, tomorrow, we're doing another live stream. It's going to be a 3-hour live stream. And let's do a quick little preview. It's going to be a fucking wacko game. It's going to be Cyberdelia, and it looks really, really strange. So, I hope to see you guys tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. PST for a long 3-hour stream of insanity. I hope you enjoyed A Week in Paradise. Don't forget to wishlist it, and I'll see you all. Oh, we got a question before I go. Is there a Toasty character that you have at the ready for RPG Maker MZ? I do not have a Toasty sprite, but if you want to include me in your game, I can send you my character bust artwork. Just shoot me a DM on Discord. Oh, Abbott, right. Yeah, you're the dev for Cyberdelia. All right, well, get hyped for tomorrow. I'm excited for it. All right. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next one. Stream ending. 3, 2, 1. Have a good night, everybody. See ya.